Hey everybody, welcome to another new chapter, a new episode of Just a Thought, and as promised I said this is going to be a special one, and I'm so glad that I get to do this, and again, as always, thank you for tuning in, and watching my episodes, and this is something entirely new for me. For those of you that know me, this doesn't come easy, and expressing my views, how my brain works. And for those of you that don't know, I am autistic. I'm a high functioning autistic, um, uh, which has been officially diagnosed just about almost 2 years ago. And doing something like this is not easy, and just expressing my views and what else I need to say, and just I don't usually shoot from the hip or just have no filter, and I just want to be intentional, with this platform, just inspiring others, just encouraging others, and this being just a thought, just a thought. Just I've done a lot of searching, just a lot of just a lot of knowledge, a lot of searching, a lot of thinking, as it were, about things, about personal growth, just about learning about, just knowing the right words, how to be a great leader, just expressing my views about so much as calling people names, just not putting people down, not backbiting, and just being intentional, just encouraging, that's where Ephesians 4:29 comes in, that no unwholesome talk come from your mouth, and just to use these words to uplift and edify. And that's what I do every single week, and that's why I want to do, this week, just be intentional, just not to judge anybody, not to discourage anybody, not to name call anybody, not to, put down anybody, just I want to help them grow. I want to help them see, that they are valuable. They are of value. You have worth. You are worth it. You're God's children. You have a purpose. And that's my focus, and that's always been my focus. And this past week and a half, with the shooting in Minneapolis, and with a couple of earthquakes, I found out that earthquakes in Afghanistan, and I forget, there's another place I forget, and we're a lot, they lost over 1,000 people have passed, and so much destruction, just like they need encouragement, and people, especially people in Israel, they need encouragement, they need uplifting, they're suffering, people are suffering so much, and what we do on a daily basis, what the government is doing, what we're doing is criticizing, antagonizing, name calling, and people are going through so much hurt, so much emotion that we don't know, we have no right, no business just to put anybody down. We're here to uplift one another, we're not here to judge anybody, we're not here to diminish anybody's value, and that's why I want to keep doing this, and for those of you that do it, for those of you that watch, thank you, and that have subscribed, thank you from the bottom of my heart. This means the world to me. It's not about likes, shares, or subscriptions, although, I want to create more exposure, and more growth, I want to share this with as many people as I possibly can, and it'd mean the world to me if you send this, share this, the link, this series in the previous episodes to people that you feel need this, that friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, anybody that can really use something like this, and also I just started like a little group with John Maxwell's 15 Laws of Personal Growth, and which for me, I want to grow. I want to be intentional. I want to learn to grow to be a great leader, great person, great daughter, great co-worker, granddaughter, niece, person, in life. I want to be intentional. I want to be that person just skirts through life, floating through life, not without any purpose, because we all have purpose. We just don't know what it is, and and we need to hold each other accountable, which is my verse of the week is Proverbs 27:17. It's just one of my favorite verses, and Isaiah 40:31, and and just with not growing weary, and not growing weary in doing life and sharing good news, helping one another. We want to hold each other accountable. Proverbs 27:17. We want to not grow weary. We want fly on wings of eagles, fly on like eagles. And we just need, those two I think go hand in hand. So, like if we grow tired, we grow weary. We need to lift each other up. We need to hold each other accountable. We need to do that a lot. And with going to sermons, just applying what we've learned from sermons and from this meeting monthly meeting that we've had for this book from John Maxwell. If you've never heard of John Maxwell, you should. He has a lot to say about personal growth and growing in your personal growth, your spiritual growth, and your financial growth, whatever, and this will help. Just be a better person each and every single day, and just do it. And we have this first Tuesday of every month. We have these meetings, and I just got, and it just sparked it. Sparked a flare in me, and I think it will for you too. And if you want to register, you want to join in this meeting, definitely join. Register going to unhinderedfaith.com and register for this meeting with it's called the 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, and this will help you not only at work, with your job and your career, but in life in general. And I suggest you do, and if you want that, to me, I think it'd be great, for all of us. And also, this is something I've never done, and I told them in the meeting too, and said I never used to do this. Several years ago, I was like a wallflower. I was like closed off like this, I've never been this upfront with everything, being this vulnerable. And I think you can too. I think you can start now, whether it be in your 20s, 30s, 40s, any age. It doesn't matter. No better time for the present than the present right now. So, and for me, the past few months, I needed that. My soul has been stirred in a good way. So, let's do that. Let's encourage. Let's uplift. Let's sharpen each other up. I always mention Proverbs 27:17, as iron sharpens iron, so as one sharpens another. And I think by doing that, we will not grow weary. We want to feet like wings of eagles. I'm always messed up that one up. So, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. And if you have any comments, you leave it in this video below. Please like, subscribe, and share. And if you missed previous episodes, be sure to go to my YouTube channel to check out previous episodes of Just a Thought. And if you know of anybody that needs encouragement and needs to watch this, I know they'll like it. Just please let them know. Just spread the word. And I just want to see you grow. If you want to help if you want to help people who have like friends or family, coworkers, help yourself learn how to grow. Take care of yourself first, then, so you can help each other. Just be missionaries, like my pastor says. Be missionaries on the field. All right. Yeah. So, guys, have a great rest of your night. Be blessed and stay safe.